What's the most demanded cybersecurity skill that companies are hiring for? I get this question a lot from IT admins, SOC analysts, and people who are starting in cybersecurity. And to answer that question, we need first to know what is the biggest threats that companies are facing and you would invest the most of their security budget to defend against. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Amr Thabit and I used to work in Symantec in the attack investigation team, tracking the biggest actors in the threat landscape, how they were getting into the world's most secure networks, how they were hacking into banks, military organizations, embassies, and so much more. We're tracking nation-state actors like Russia, like Russian government, or China or US, or even North Korean attacks. And the most common between all of these attacks, whether nation-state or big players in the threat landscape, the most common thing between all of them is that they all rely on malware. They use spear-phishing or social engineering or even using a supply chain to get their initial foot inside the world's most secure networks. And from that, they start to deploy their own customized tools, which is their malware. One malware drop, the next one download more additional modules, and they move from one machine to another until they reach the servers, exfiltrate all the information they want, and may possibly encrypt all of these files and ask for ransom, or get into the point of sale machines to steal lots of credit card information. We have seen this style of attack every single day. So now you would ask me, okay, if this is their way of attack, so what is how the companies defend against that, and what are the skills that I should learn to be able to get a job in defending against these attacks? So to defend against these attacks, there are multiple skill sets that are required to defend against malware attacks. They are ranging from log analysis, packet forensics, or network forensics, digital forensics, malware analysis, and much more. I don't have time to go through each one of these phases and how they look at, but I have a webinar that's coming, a free presentation, when I will dive deeper into all of these different fields, all these skill sets, how the company organization look like, and how they defend against these attacks. I will be covering in this webinar. First, I will be covering how real attacks look like, step by step. I will show you different examples and I will show you the structure of these attacks, how all of these big attacks from big actors around the world, how they are structured, how they go from one step to another. Then I will dive into the incident response process, the malware incident response process, which is how these companies respond to these attacks. And there are multiple rules when it comes to this process. From log analysis, maybe you're working in that as a SOC analyst, possibly, and this is maybe the lowest job in the whole process. The SOC tier 1, then you have SOC tier 2, then you have SOC tier 3, or incident handler. Then you have multiple different branches, and we'll be covering all of that. We'll be covering the whole incident response process. We'll be covering the malware analysis process, and we'll be covering as well threat hunting. And with all of this, I will be covering as well the most important resources to learn malware incident response and to get your footstep into one of the multinational companies as a cybersecurity expert. This webinar will be coming very soon. It will be live, so you can ask questions, and at the same time, it will be free, and I will be there answering you guys' questions and giving you the exact process, the exact steps, all the books, resources, tutorials, trainings, everything that can help you get to learn these skills and get the job that you dream of. So check out the webinar. It will be in the description up there or down below. Click on the link and register for the webinar, and see you there. Bye bye.